teams certainly have some extra incentive to get a win here tonight. This is the in-season tournament with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at Indiana, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, I think for Minnesota, they were hoping to begin the year better. It's still too soon to hit the panic button, but they're heading in the wrong direction.
And to look at Minnesota's opening lineup, McDaniels and Towns in at the forward slots. Conley at the guard with Edwards next to him. And it's Gobert in at the 5. Now here's Paul. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Well, Grant, in his Hall of Fame resume, just about the only thing missing for Chris Paul is the title.
And he had a shot in Phoenix, but while Golden State perhaps not the favorites, with these other future Hall of Famers, I think the opportunity remains.
If you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
Curry passes to Wiggins. To the inside, over Gobert. And there's Wiggins. That's good. On the assist by Paul.
And I love it. Challenging the bigger defender and showing plenty of heart.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
And so Paul will bring it up for the Warriors. 4-point game. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
They were really able to exploit that defense. I mean, getting almost any shot they wanted. It was that easy.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that. Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Even though the Timberwolves made the playoffs in 2023, Grant, they had their share of trials.
Yeah, B.A., they had to integrate new players. I mean, Cat missed 51 games due to a calf strain. There was that incident with Gobert and Kyle Anderson. And, of course, Jaden McDaniels fracturing his hand. And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Moody's checked in for Stephen Curry. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Milton's checked in for Edwards. Well, there's no question that the Warriors are the team of the decade, Grant.
Oh, I mean, B.A., think about it. 6 finals appearances in 8 years. They did miss the playoffs in 2 of those seasons, but they still came away with 4 championship rings, plus 2 MVP trophies. Not bad.
Now here's Paul. Last game for him, he picked up 10. And he buries his first look.
I think you pay the consequences if you leave Draymond Green's teammates open. He has a knack for getting the basketball where it needs to be.
Conley passes to Milton. No good on the 3. And so it's Wiggins with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 5. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. So both teams making some changes here. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Milton against Paul. Milton passes to Towns. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Paul looking it over. Over Milton. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Minnesota closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Back after this. thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Minnesota.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Moody is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Jackson Davis in at the center position. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter.
Boy, with the kind of motor Edwards plays with, doesn't give the defense much of a chance to catch him in transition. Nicely done, Anthony.
Curry's shot is off.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
You know, Doris, looking at the Timberwolves, they've emphasized rim protection.
BA, this is a theme across the NBA. As much as we see the proliferation of three-point shooting, team's first priority is to protect the painted area because those are the easiest shots. You've got to play to your strengths and employ good defensive philosophy.
Now here's Edwards. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards, always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Jackson Davis. Here's Moody. Outside Kuminga. A minute 50 left in the first half. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Curry. Ooh, Curry beating the D.
It's so quick, and Curry's so elusive. This is what makes him such a tough cover, folks.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Warriors head coach Steve Kerr has somewhat of a hands-off approach. He said, quote, coaching isn't controlling. My goal by the end of the year is to just sit there and do nothing. And that means it works because that's what a coach's job is. It's not to pull strings, call every play, and direct traffic. It's to say, this is your team. BA?
Yeah, that's how you have to think about it, right? Thanks, Allie. And Doris, Anthony Edwards has lived up to the expectations. He continues to get better each year.
He does, BA, and let's remember, as a former #1 pick, that carries a lot of weight and responsibility. But Ant is a guy who embraces that pressure. He wants the spotlight, and he puts in the work to be great. His future is bright.
And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Alexander Walker. McDaniels is checked in for Edwards. And Conley subbed in for Milton. .114 left in the half. And that one's good.
Chris Paul opportunistic on the inside in that instance.
The Timberwolves have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Here's Conley. Pass to Gobert. Outside McDaniels. Paul against Conley. Now Gobert. Clock at 4. And the 3 off target. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Paul against Gobert. The 11-footer. It's blocked by Gobert.
Boy, whenever Gobert is out there, he will make you think about shooting near the rim. This guy's such a good shot blocker.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Conley against Paul. Pass to Green. Down low. Here's Wiggins. Misses the one-handed jam. Here's Towns. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
What a feed to Towns. This guy ready to rise and fire on the catch.
Anthony Edwards has... Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Thanks for tuning.
Pretty simple. They're getting bullied on the boards. They want to come back. They got to knuckle up and buckle up and tuckle up.
Ooh, are you think? And moving. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. Edwards at the 2 with McDaniels at the 3. Inside, we got Towns and Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1. Now here's Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. And there's a 3-second violation. And the NBA doing what they could to get rid of the take foul recently. Grant, it seems like a success.
Absolutely. It's been a huge success. Fast breaks feel fast again. And penalizing take fouls has made the game much, much better.
Looney against Gobert. It's Looney on the take. Misses from close range.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Knocks down the triple.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Pass to Wiggins. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half, you need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
And with a single punch in last season's training camp, it seems the Warriors' culture of joy and togetherness really took a hit, Grant.
You know, I agree, B.A., and that's what they need to recover from. You know, keeping that connection and commitment to a common purpose is so crucial to winning.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Outside, Green. 1:27 left in the third. Green with a screen on Conley. Back to Green. Fires the 3. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, just so good at recognizing, hey, perhaps it's my opportunity from distance now.
Conley finds Towns. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. The 3 is up. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. That one goes. Count it.
Well, Chris Paul, when he feels like he can get his jumper going, he's going to it. There's such confidence in that shot.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. Curry with some nice D. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. 19-point game. No good from outside. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Over Green. Back to Towns. Got it off in time. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Minnesota out in front by 19 going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Small lineup with Paul and Curry pairing up in the backcourt. Wiggins at the 3 with Draymond at the 4. And it's Looney in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Now here's Wiggins. Back to Paul. Up top, Curry. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, Chris Paul has made a living doing just this, finding the open teammate.
Paul against Conley. Up and in on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Paul passes to Looney. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Minnesota has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Towns for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Curry passes to Paul. Wiggins outside. Paul against Conley. Puts it up from 15. Here's Looney. It's blocked by Gobert.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Timberwolves.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number one was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And they'll chalk this up as their 3rd win of the year.
And that's an important win. You never like to lose 2 in a row to a team, especially if you only see them 3 times.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Karl Anthony Towns.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now here's Milton. Here's Moore. Pass to Anderson. 36 seconds left in the fourth. Can't hit from in close. Driving to the basket, and he jams it home with authority.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Outside Milton. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth. This one for 3. Pure from 3-point range. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. And that's their first win in group play for the in-season tournament, Grant, evening out that record at 1-1.
Yeah, B.A., keeping their hopes alive of advancing to the knockout stage. And they're still in it.
All right, let's go court. Side to Allie. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. So long and good night, everyone.